Forest came on board this week.
Gotta be more specific, I know, that's what you said.
Forest came on board this week, and so everybody's picking it up because of the features. And another feature about it is that as soon as that meter reader reads that reading, once again, it's uploaded to the cloud. And so she doesn't have to wait for him to come at 5 o'clock, download the book. She can actually, if the customer walks in and says, I got a problem with my meter, and she knows that he's been in that area, she can bring it up and have all the details right there. I provided you in the packet showing the picture of where the meter reader took the actual sheet and what the actual report would look like on that. So it's not the automatic meter reading system that we eventually want to get, but it's the next step to it, and it's at a much minimal cost right now. And so my recommendation is that we move forward with this, basically, and we'll also receive in our budget the annual software fee agreement that we currently have, I believe, is around $700. So we'll use that money as it's, and we presented it to the city manager in the budget, and then this amount is already included in the budget. It's not over.
But it's like $6,000 annually now?
No, it's not annual. The one-time cost, I believe it's broke down there.
It had annual cost $4,000. Okay, $4,000. It was $6,000 to get it.
Yes, sir. So we
That's
have
every year, the $4,000.
every year is a $4,000.
I'm going to approve that smart phone reader system that they entered into that.
We have a motion second to authorize public works to go ahead with the city manager and enter into an agreement with smartphone meter reading system. Any other discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Number 11, discussion and or action on candidate nominations to the County Appraisal District Board of Directors. You got that, didn't you, Mark?
Yeah, it's just if y'all have any nominations for it, it's not the actual voting that we just discussed, it's the actual nomination of the candidate.
In the past, we never nominated because we didn't know anything about anybody or what's going on.
We haven't had anybody ask us to.
Yeah, if you don't have any knowledge of it, you could vote the wrong way.
Do 9 or you can do 5.
But it's not voting right now, right?
Right, it's not voting right now, it's not a vote.
Nominating.
This would pass.
Item number 12, consider approval of ordinance 1248, 2019, amending chapter 13, utilities of the River Oaks Code ordinances 2006, revising article 13.10, stormwater management program, and repealing in its entirety the existing article 13.10 as adopted on January 13, 2015, replacing it with the revised article 13.10 herein provided for in this ordinance as Exhibit A, incorporating Article 13.10, Division 1, Stormwater Management Plan authorized by TPDES Small SMS 4 General Permit, TX R4 000, and issued by the TCEQ, thereby amending the City Stormwater Management Plan.
What this is a 5-year NOI for our stormwater discharge was up, and you had 180 days to renew, which we didn't meet, so we have to resubmit. And in resubmittal, I have to come up with a new stormwater management plan, repeal the former one, which I've done. I've also taken all of their criteria and requirements that they have set forth in their fact sheet that they sent to me, and made sure that every bit of that is in compliance with it. Also have renamed Article 1310.014 and 015, which is our mapping that will go into this ordinance. I have everything ready to go forth to Austin in the morning, along with our core data sheet, which is updated, and along with our cover sheet that shows where I have located every one of these requirements within the storm water discharge permit, which I have done, and it meets all of it. As far as I know, I cannot tell you when it gets to Austin, the executive director won't come back with some recommendations, but I have to have this along with everything else I just spelled out to you before I can submit it to the executive director. And time is of the essence because of the fact of having coverage for an NOI permit. I've gone through all the data, I've gone through all of the, our ordinances, made sure everything is compiled as it should be and as they require. I did redline it. I have since added a couple of things to it that mainly have to deal with the 2017 law that says all of the language in the stormwater management plan has to be clear, specific, and measurable. So I have added that to every MCM throughout the entire plan. It's a complete plan, and it deals with everything that I believe that would cover our city as being a small MS4.
Move to approve ordinance number 1248-2019.
Second. Have a motion second to approve ordinance 1248-2019, amending chapter 13 of utilities and all this. Any other discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Item number 13, consider approval of ordinance 1249-2019, amending Article 1303, Water System, Section 13.03.011, Water Rates of the River Oaks Code of Ordinances, 2006, amended, adopting and ratifying fees for water rates inside and outside the city.
This is what we discussed during the budget process. What this increase only amounts to is about a 1.4 to 1.6 on base fee, which in other words, right now, a customer that uses 400 cubic feet or less, which is about 3,000 gallons, would pay $22.63 right now. It's a 37-cent increase that would go up to $23. If they're out of district, it would go from it would also be a 37-cent increase, same as it is on in district, and it would go up to $27. The usage rates are somewhat increased for those that use higher usage, and also on the commercial, both the base and the usage was like a 3% increase, whereas it was only a 1.4 to 1.6 on residential. I did compare, and I did during the budget give you a list of other cities. As you can see, River Oaks is just about in the middle, even with this increase, as to what other cities were doing from last year. Don't know about what they're going to do this year. Also includes the anticipated increase of 3% from the Tarrant Regional Water District. That's where we get our raw water source. It does include the cost of the system. Last year I anticipated that we would be short about $80,000 on our revenue projection for the water. I've incorporated that into the usage rate study that I did, and that's where basically all together I come up with about a 4.5% for commercial, residential, and everything. And this is the ordinance that I would adopt and notify all the out-of-district customers of the rate increase. Out-of-city, I'll apologize, out-of-city customers, which I have to do by law.
Move for approval of ordinance 1249-2019.
Second. Have a motion second to approve ordinance 1249-2019. Any other discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Item number 14, consider approval of ordinance 1250-2019, amending Article 13.04, sewer system, section 13.04.013, sewer service